What if everything you've ever been told about working out was quietly, deliberately wrong? Not slightly off, not a minor miscalculation. Completely, fundamentally backwards. And the people profiting from your confusion have built a $140 billion industry on making sure you never figure it out. No pre-workout, no banana, no protein shake chugged in the car on the way to the gym. Just you, an empty stomach, and a biological truth so powerful that your own body has been waiting your entire life for you to discover it. What happens when you strip away all the noise, all the marketing, all the colorful packaging and celebrity endorsements, and you just move while fasted will rewrite everything you think you know about human performance? Here's where it starts. Right now, in this exact moment, your body is running one of two programs. It's either in building mode, absorbing nutrients, processing food, managing digestion, or it's in repair mode, hunting down damaged cells, recycling broken proteins, rebuilding tissue from the inside out. Here's the brutal truth that no supplement company will ever put on their label. Your body cannot run both programs at the same time. It has to choose. And every single morning that you eat before your workout, you are making that choice for it, and you are choosing wrong. This isn't an opinion. It isn't a fitness trend or a biohacking fad. A groundbreaking study published in 2024 in one of the most respected scientific journals in the world, Cell Metabolism, confirmed something researchers had been circling around for years. When you exercise in a fasted state, your body activates what scientists now call the metabolic master switch, a cellular emergency protocol so powerful, so deeply embedded in your DNA, that fed exercise simply cannot trigger it, not even close. It's like comparing a light switch to a nuclear reactor. One keeps the lights on, the other changes everything. And when that switch flips, when your body finally gets the signal, it has been evolutionarily programmed to receive. The transformation that happens inside you is almost impossible to believe until you understand the science behind it. Let's start with something you can actually picture. Imagine your body as a hybrid car. You have two fuel tanks running side by side. The first tank is filled with glycogen-stored sugar packed into your muscles and liver. It holds roughly 2,000 calories. It's fast, it's convenient, and under hard exercise, it burns out in about 90 minutes. That's tank 1. Now tank 2 is something else entirely. Tank 2 is your body fat, and it doesn't hold 2,000 calories. It holds over 100,000. That is enough raw fuel to power your body for 40 to 50 days straight. Enough energy to run 1,000 miles without a single bite of food. You are walking around right now carrying a virtually limitless energy reserve, and most people will go their entire lives never truly accessing it. But here's the catch, and this is the part that should make you genuinely angry. Your body treats that fat reserve like it's locked behind a vault, and the key to that vault only appears under very specific conditions. When you eat before training, your body gets a simple message: fresh fuel just arrived. There's no need to open the vault. Insulin spikes shooting up to 15, sometimes 20 units per milliliter. And the moment that happens, your fat cells lock down like they're under military protection. Your body doesn't burn stored fat. It burns whatever is easiest. That banana you ate, that protein bar, that handful of granola. You're torching maybe 100 calories of food, while 100,000 calories of your own stored energy sits completely untouched, locked away, waiting for a signal that never comes. You just turned a Ferrari into a golf cart, and then you wonder why you're not seeing results. But the damage doesn't stop when your workout ends. Research published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology revealed something deeply frustrating. That insulin spike you triggered by eating before training doesn't just suppress fat burning during your workout. It suppresses fat oxidation for up to 6 full hours afterward. 6 hours. That means even after you've finished exercising, showered, gone about your day, your body is still being blocked from burning fat. You worked hard, you sweated, you showed up, and your own biology is working against you the entire time, not because you're broken, but because you've been following advice designed to sell products rather than produce results. Think about it from your body's perspective for a moment. Your body doesn't care about your fitness goals. It doesn't care about how you look at the beach or how your jeans fit. It cares about one thing and one thing only: survival. And from a pure survival standpoint, why would it ever dip into its long-term fat reserves when you keep flooding it with easy fuel every 2 or 3 hours? It's like having a massive trust fund sitting in a bank account and choosing to work minimum wage shifts every day instead. You have access to real wealth, but you keep giving your body a reason to ignore it. Now walk into that gym fasted, 12 hours since your last meal, maybe 16. Everything changes. Within 30 minutes of fasted exercise, your body flips that metabolic master switch. Insulin doesn't just drop, it crashes to near zero. And when that happens, those fat cell locks don't just open, they explode open. Your liver begins converting stored fat into ketones, a clean, efficient superfuel that your brain doesn't just tolerate. It actually prefers ketones over glucose. Your mind sharpens, your body shifts into a different gear entirely. And what happens next has been documented, studied, and confirmed across multiple independent research institutions around the world. A landmark study from the British Journal of Nutrition took two groups of people and had them perform identical workouts, same exercises, same duration, same intensity. The only difference was that one group trained fasted and the other trained fed. The fasted group burned 20% more fat during the workout itself. That alone is significant, but the real story happened after the workout was over. The fasted group's metabolism stayed elevated for a full 24 hours after exercise. For an entire day, their bodies were running hotter, burning more, operating at a higher level, even while sitting, even while sleeping. The fed group, their metabolism returned to baseline within 3 hours. They worked just as hard. They put in the same effort, and they got a fraction of the benefit. That is not a small difference. That is the difference between transformation and spinning your wheels for months with nothing to show for it. Here's where the science gets even more extraordinary. A 2023 study published in Nature Metabolism found that fasted exercise activates a molecule called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate-activated protein kinase, at levels 52% higher than fed exercise. If that sounds technical, here's what it means in plain language. AMPK is essentially your body's energy sensor. When it activates, it sends a signal through every cell in your body that says, "We are in a state of scarcity, and we need to become more efficient right now." And the cascade of events that follows that signal is nothing short of remarkable. First, your mitochondria, the tiny power plants living inside every cell, begin to multiply. Your body starts building more of them, making each cell more capable of producing energy, more capable of burning fat, more capable of sustaining endurance. Elite athletes, the most physically conditioned humans on the planet, have up to 40% more mitochondria than the average sedentary person. That difference in mitochondrial density is a massive part of what separates elite performance from average performance. And every single time you train fasted, you are building more of them. You are literally engineering a more powerful version of yourself at the cellular level. But AMPK does something else that most people have never heard of, and when you understand it, it changes how you think about exercise forever. It activates autophagy. Autophagy is your body's cellular recycling program. The word itself comes from the Greek for self-eating, and that's almost exactly what it is. When autophagy activates, your body begins systematically identifying damaged proteins, dysfunctional cellular components, and even precancerous cells, and it breaks them down, recycles the useful parts, and uses that material to build healthier, stronger cells in their place. It is your body running a deep clean on itself at a microscopic level. It repairs damage you didn't even know had accumulated. It removes cellular debris that, left unchecked, becomes the foundation of aging and disease. And it only activates under specific conditions that fasted exercise creates better than almost anything else known to science. The researcher who discovered autophagy was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology in 2016. This is not fringe science. This is the cutting edge of how we understand human health and longevity. Now here's the part of this story that genuinely sounds too good to be true. But stay with me, because the research is real and the numbers are staggering. Fasted exercise triggers a 2,000% increase in human growth hormone. Not 20%, not 200%, 2,000. Let that land for a moment. A normal adult at rest produces about half a nanogram per milliliter of growth hormone. After a session of fasted exercise, that number climbs above 10 nanograms per milliliter. To put that in human terms, that is the same concentration of growth hormone that children produce during active growth spurts, when their bodies are literally building new bone, new muscle, new tissue overnight, while they sleep. That level of growth hormone is what pharmaceutical companies are trying to replicate with synthetic injections that cost between $1,000 and $3,000 per month. It's what elite anti-aging clinics sell to billionaires and Hollywood celebrities. and you can produce it yourself, for free, simply by skipping breakfast before you train. Growth hormone is your body's master sculptor. When it floods your system, it repairs damaged muscle fibers faster and more completely. It signals your body to burn fat, specifically the most dangerous kind. It increases collagen production by up to 30%, meaning stronger joints, tighter skin, fewer of the physical signs of aging that no cream or serum can touch from the outside. It deepens your REM sleep cycles, so your recovery is more complete. It primes your immune system to identify and neutralize threats, including cells that have begun down a path toward cancer. There is a reason it's called the fountain of youth hormone, and the most effective way to produce it costs nothing. It just requires patience and the willingness to question what you've been told. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that the growth hormone surge triggered by fasted exercise specifically targets visceral fat, the fat that wraps around your internal organs like a toxic blanket. This isn't the fat you can grab with your hand. This is the deep fat you can't always see, the fat that is directly linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, and early death. And your body, under the right conditions, goes after it with precision. Not because of a pill, not because of a supplement, because that is what it was designed to do. To really understand why this works, you have to go back much further than the last 20 years of fitness marketing. You have to go back 2 million years. Your ancestors did not wake up to a full kitchen. They did not have protein bars in their gym bags. They did not have the option of eating before they had to perform physically. They hunted while hungry. They ran, climbed, and fought in a fasted state, and their survival depended on being sharper, faster, and more capable when food was scarce, not when they were full. Evolution is ruthless. It doesn't keep traits around that don't work. And for 2 million years, the human body was refined under one very consistent condition. You had to perform at your peak before you ate, not after. Think about a lion. A lion that could only hunt successfully after a full meal would starve within weeks. The very design of a predator is built around the capacity to be lethal while hungry. Your body was built the same way. When you're fasted, your body releases norepinephrine, often called the hunter hormone. Your mental focus sharpens to a point. Your reaction time improves. Your pain threshold rises. Your senses heighten. Your body isn't weak when it's fasted. It is operating at the version of itself that kept your ancestors alive long enough for you to exist. Modern humans eat every 2 or 3 hours and then wonder why they feel foggy, sluggish, unmotivated, and exhausted. You are not broken. You have not been failed by your genetics. You are simply running outdated software, a set of habits installed by an industry that profits from your dependency, not your results. Here's the beautiful part. Reversing it is simpler than you think. For fat loss, low to moderate intensity fasted cardio is extraordinarily effective. A brisk morning walk, a steady bike ride, a swim. These activities pull directly from your fat stores when done in a fasted state, and the results compound dramatically over time. For building strength and muscle, fasted weight training works. Keep the session focused, keep it under 45 minutes, and then break your fast within 2 hours with a meal containing 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein. That combination, the growth hormone surge from fasted training, followed by a targeted protein intake, creates a biological environment for muscle building that no pre-workout supplement on the market can replicate. If you're new to this, start with 12-hour fasts. If you finish eating by 8 in the evening and train before 8 in the morning, you're already there. Progress gradually to a 16-hour window as your body adapts. Some people experience lightheadedness or shakiness in the early days. That is your body adjusting, not failing. Electrolytes help. Patience helps more. Give your biology time to remember what it was engineered to do. The fitness industry has built its entire business model on one core belief that you need more. More supplements, more products, more powders and capsules and shakes and bars. More things to buy before you can become the person you want to be. But the most powerful performance system ever created doesn't cost a single dollar. It was built into you before you were born. It has been refined over millions of years of human evolution. And all it asks of you is the willingness to work with your body instead of constantly overriding it. You are not a machine that needs constant refueling. You are a masterpiece of biological engineering, designed to be at your most powerful, your most focused, your most capable in a fasted state, in motion, operating exactly as nature intended. The question isn't whether this works. The science has already answered that. The question is whether you are ready to trust 2 million years of evolutionary design over 2 decades of marketing. Whether you're willing to step away from the noise and give your body the conditions it has always been waiting for. The answer is already inside you. It always has been. You just have to stop eating long enough to find it.